Hello everyone. We have today the last Facebook Live of the year. We will be closing with one of the wonderful organization, nonprofit in Loudoun County. We want to welcome Laurie Young, the Executive Director of Legacy Farm, and the Director of Operation, Billie Bevan. Thank you very much, the both of you, for being here today. I usually interview one person, but I was so excited to have two today. So.
We're always a team.
So. Yes, that's awesome. So tell us a little bit about Legacy Farm. First, how did you get involved? And a little bit about Legacy Farm, what do you do, guys?
So we work with neurodivergent individuals, people that sort of like orient towards the world differently. They have different talents, gifts. They might have been identified with autism, ADHD, PTSD, anxiety, things that are associated with like a sensory system that might perceive the world differently. But the upside of that too is a lot of innovative ideas and different ways of approaching, the work that we do. And so we have a mentor apprentice program in the garden where we are growing flowers, herbs, and vegetables. And the way we approach it is that we're all there working together as equals. And we are creating products from those things that we grow. And as the apprentices grow in their skills and also their personal development, then they can get involved in various aspects of bringing those products to market.
I think of Legacy Farms as the garden is a classroom. So we're a bridge between education and a job. And in many cases, their very first job. We started with ages 16 and up.
Wow. How long Legacy Farm been?
Well, it was established in 2012 by Martha Schoenberger. So she was a public school teacher, and she and parents and teachers, they sort of saw a need for the individuals they were working with as they graduated out of high school. They were having trouble transitioning to the workforce or to college, but she wanted to create a viable option for them. And so the program sort of ran in the summers for a long time. And in 2019, when Billie Joe and I joined, I began as executive director. Billie Joe came in
as a volunteer.
Look at you. She started volunteering, and now she's director of operations. I love people who go up. I love that.
So we redesigned it at that point to a mentor apprentice program that would run almost year round. Things aren't growing right now, so we have a little downtime in the winter. And we really built the program to allow a lot of different options for entry, whether it be an introduction or someone that's coming in, maybe they've got a lot of work experience, but they have some personal development things they're working on, self-regulation, self-advocacy, or they're transitioning to college. So everybody comes in with different skills and talents and needs, and we have grown the mentor apprentice program that way.
Yeah, and I also think about our very first job. Whatever age you start working or thinking about employment, thinking about yourself. I love Legacy Farms for that reason, because we meet them where they are, and in many cases, they haven't had a job, as I said, and so we help them. We teach them all of the attributes for a strong workforce, and it involves team building, personal relationships, personal development. So it's a really nice way, and it's a legitimate job. Everything about what we do is we talk about, the virtues that employers are looking for, and we embed all those skills into the job. So it's a legitimate job.
Where all these done? Is that on Legacy Farm location, or okay? So everything is. And do you have any age, require for that, or really is
ages 16 and up?
That's the start, yeah.
But we don't really have a limit. I would say most of the people we're working with are, obviously 16. If they're in their 20s and 30s, that would be the upper range. But we really will work with anyone who can benefit from our services.
Yeah.
And I want to add on to what Billie Joe said is, we legitimately work as equals and need them as participants in the Legacy Farms organization in order to grow the things that we grow.
We can't do it without them.
Yeah. We can't.
We can, yeah.
So this is kind of like one program, or do you have other program also? What about like somebody wants to know how to plant something, or like they don't know how, and do you do kind of like a classes or something like that for adults?
We have many layers to Legacy Farms. We could be here all day talking about all the things that we do and want to do, but we have several different. We have a core program that runs during the seasonal months, and then we also have a Friday program that's a volunteer. I think that's what you're asking. And so the volunteer day is on a Friday, so anyone can sign up to come out at Temple Hall Farm Regional Park. We're guests there in Leesburg, and that's an introduction to the garden. So that would be. We do a whole host of things. We might do planting, we might do weeding, harvesting, tending, staking. There's 101 things that a garden needs. So that would be really open for anyone interested in our programming, interested in volunteering, participating, even just to check us out and see what we're all about. And then you can kind of be integrated into our programming and then learn more about us. So we'd love to harvest some really great talent out of that program as well.
Yeah. It's a good place to start, and then as people learn a little bit about the basic skills and they find out that they like it, then they can come into the core mentor apprentice program. And then we're talking about, there's a contract agreement of the work you're going to do. And you're going to get mentoring and some educational training still, but you're working towards being paid to do that job. And it's a job contract, and so we pay our apprentices.
Right.
And as they gain skills, they might have a longer and longer day that they work with us. They might go into special projects, entrepreneurial type projects. Like if we have we have a really talented young woman that's a photographer, loves to photograph our garden, and she's worked with us in a lot of ways, and we've made note cards. We have people that love like sales and marketing. They like to learn about a product we might make, like hot sauce, and then they go out and they go to farmers markets and they become really good at giving sales pitches at a farmer market.
Enthusiasm.
We really tap into the talents of the individuals that come to us.
That's awesome. It's very unique stuff. So from the time you took over, guys, can you talk to us about some accomplishment you did at the Legacy Farm? Because you've been growing. I mean, congratulations for being finalists also on the nonprofit. That was great.
It was an honor. It was such an honor. I can't even describe how it was so nice to be recognized in the nonprofit, in the Latin community, but the nonprofit community too.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely, and it's really important to us to be partners with local businesses in the area. I mean, for a whole lot of reasons. I mean, I think it's just fundamentally good for community to partner together like that and work at the kind of local level. But I also think it's important from the standpoint of our apprentices becoming more familiar with other individuals in the community. So,
and possibilities.
Yeah. So if we're growing, say we're partnering with Simply Be Coffee because we deliver our Floral CSA there for pickup.
Yeah.
They get to.
Yeah, and I want to ask you about that, by the way, for the listener. So we've been talking before. So there is like kind of program about the flowers. So can you talk a little bit about about this?
Yeah. So we have several CSAs. We have the Floral CSA, which I just mentioned, and I'll go into a little more detail about because that's larger. And we have a vegetable CSA. So I think we should start with that.
Yeah, sure.
That's interesting from a partnership.
It is. We call it the Summer Wellness. And it's a really specialized, customized CSA that runs once a month, and it traditionally goes from June through September, so it would be 4 deliveries, and we have pickup locations. And the Summer Wellness package would include a CSA share, which is a community-supported agriculture. So someone would invest in our farm for the season, and so they would pay one fee, and every month we deliver to them a wonderful bushel box of vegetables, herbs, and what makes it even more special is that we partner up with a local business, and we would put an artisan product in there. So we would promote another business, and in many cases that business would be partnered with us, and that we would potentially grow something for them, and then they would make a product out of it. So it's a really nice way for us, and we put in recipes. We're trying to build a community of people that understand and support that notion of eating well and eating at home and being, traditional with your family and cooking together and that kind of thing.
Fresh vegetables.
And fresh, everything's fresh.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This is cool.
it's a really nice CSA that we're really proud of, and we would like to also launch this year an herb CSA as well, because so many people
Yeah, we've
love
been talking
culinary
about
herbs, and that would involve different, like easy, kind of more staples in your home.
Yeah.
Like traditional herbs. So we want to grow those as well, because that is a wonderful complement to all kinds of culinary dishes.
How many acres you have, guys? How many acres do you know?
We optimize everything, so
Yeah,
we don't
I
have a
know.
big
This
space.
is
So you don't
huge.
even really need that much space.
I mean, especially with the flowers, we farm intensively.
Yeah.
So I would say that the way we look at it is we're not focused on large scale production.
Yeah.
We're focused on how do we create an
Boutique.
experience
Yes.
like a boutique product.
Boutique garden.
And
Yeah.
what
And
that
It's
does
very pretty.
The community
is it gives
involved
us
too.
more time and space for the apprentices to bring along their expertise in that particular thing. So if somebody is really interested in chili peppers, they can learn about how to make hot sauce, they can learn about that as part of the CSA session.
And so many of our apprentices kind of help us lead the way, because you develop develop loyalty, or you develop like a passion for a different type. I'm just thinking of tomatoes. I'm thinking of another
My
apprentice
favorite vegetable.
that just
Yeah, I
loves
love
the tomatoes, and so she just naturally is drawn to those. And she was kind of in charge of this tomato patch, and it's a beast. It's a lot of work, because they start growing and they don't stop. So I love investing in our apprentices when they develop a love for something. We just want them to go deep and learn about those, vegetables, or just an experience, and then they teach us. So it's a really nice way to learn, I think.
Wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
What about the flowers? Let me tell
So
you.
Yes.
flowers are, as apprentices kind of gain skills, they're going to move into some of the things that are required for flowers, which are a little bit, they're more intensive. We plant them closer together, we grow a lot more volume, we have to harvest them regularly, and you have to harvest them precisely. So it requires a little bit more skill, and then we bundle them into bouquets. So our Floral CSA is something that people can purchase, and we sell their shares in the winter. So they would say, I want to buy 6 weeks of spring or summer or fall flowers, and then we plant those, and then when that time comes around and they're blooming, we harvest them, make bouquets, and people pick up their flowers weekly. So we have partners out in the community. Let's say, Natasha, if you wanted to get a Floral CSA and you happen to love sunflowers and zinnias and lisianthus and all these bright summer flowers, you might purchase a summer share of 6 weeks of bouquets. And then when those are ready, I will be sending you and the other CSA members a note to say your flowers are ready for pickup each week at whatever location you choose, like Simply Be Coffee, or Weir Brothers Coffee in Villages of Leesburg, or Hunnible's Soup in Reston.
Yeah.
So
So that's a good point too. I just want to mention, even if Legacy Farm is in Loudoun County, also you have a place they can do that in Fairfax County, which is in Reston area. So that's important too.
And it's literally a beautiful way to support our apprentices learning about.
And who doesn't love flowers? That would
And
be-
they're beautiful. I work on the vegetable side, but I get to watch the flowers develop and grow, and they are beautiful. The bouquets are stunning. Yeah, they really are. You guys do an amazing job, for sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about, do you do any kind of events during the year? Like, you invite the community or something like that? Can you talk to us about that?
I'll jump in just because we have a summer fair that this will be our second year that we do at Temple Hall Farm Regional Park. And it's a wonderful way for families to get together, come out and see our beautiful garden. It's in full bloom at that time. And I just really want to promote Temple Hall Farm Regional Park because it's a great space for families. And it's kind of the best kept secret in Loudoun County, in my humble view. Because you can go there, it's closed right now, but in April it will reopen. And they have a wonderful space. There's animals to look at, and there's a jumping pillow and a playground.
What
It's
month is
beautiful.
that? What month?
It will reopen in April, and it
Okay.
runs all the way through October, and they do a wonderful fall festival in October as well. So we're guests there at Temple Hall Farm Regional Park, and we just really, we're so grateful to them because they do a lot of really nice work for us and help us thrive for sure, so.
Yeah.
So our event is in early June.
It's in early June, and it's a great way, we call it the summer fair, but it's a nice way to come out. We have little games for the kids, and we'll have a place where you can take tours of our garden and see our space and learn more about us.
By then our veggies and flowers are starting to bloom. It's just a
Everything
nice
was
place to
beautiful.
be.
God,
Yeah.
you've been busy, guys. Wow, very busy.
We've been busy,
A lot
yes.
of
And we
going
do
on.
traditional fundraising at more towards like the end of the year. We have a wonderful kind of gala dinner, the lunch rather, I should say. Yeah, we do that in the fall.
Yeah, and we often offer garden tours,
Yes.
volunteer opportunities.
There's a lot, we do a lot. So our website, of course, is a great place just to
Yeah.
kind of research us and see
Yeah.
what we're working on, see what we're doing, see what our events
Yeah.
are.
I want to thank you for the small gift you got me, but I wanted to share because I thought this is amazing. Can you talk to us about these cards? It's actually, what a beautiful bouquet of flowers here.
Aw,
And and also like talking about Legacy Farm in the back. Can you share with us about this and where we can buy them? This is so cute.
Aw, well, thank you. It actually started from one of our photography apprentice was taking photos, and she has this wonderful library of photos, and it just kind of came into say, hey, why don't we make some cards? And it's a wonderful way. We do have them at farmers markets. We have different markets throughout Loudoun County. We are going to be at Makers, Farmers, and Brewers. It's in Sterling. It's going to be in December. We sell our cards there, along with a host of other things that our apprentices help us. They're inspired by our apprentices. That we have hot sauce and pickles, and we've got dried goods and herbs,
dried flowers,
chocolate. I mean, you name it. We have a lot of just kind of things that we have been able to develop along with our partners.
Yeah, and this is really cool stuff here. And I
River
can't
Sea
wait to
Chocolate
try that.
is a wonderful chocolatier in Chantilly, and they're a wonderful partner of ours that have co-branded that chocolate bar using our hot peppers and chili powder that we helped work with them, and they've been a wonderful partner of ours. So.
Wow. And this is all year round, right?
Yeah, we
This
can source. Yes.
So
Yeah.
wow,
But I
this
think,
is
what's important about those as examples is they're different examples of how our apprentices, in addition to learning about gardening and the basic skills, and also learning about themselves and their personal development, they begin to become more confident in their talents and interests.
yeah.
And through either special projects like the cards or partnerships with local small business like River Sea Chocolate or Weird Brothers Coffee, we can work on product with them. And in some cases, in both of those businesses, we have placed our apprentices to work. So, it's a lot of different opportunities for partnership when you can get very creative and we're very versatile with these local businesses. So
Yeah, this is
we
awesome.
tailor it to our apprentices.
What are your needs? How can we help? I mean, we're not talking only as far as businesses and also as individual and people who live in the community. Because as you know, I believe in nonprofit and I believe in giving back. It's very important. How can we help? What are you in need, guys? I know probably volunteers.
Absolutely, always volunteers, especially as we get into spring and we're putting a lot of plants in the ground.
Yeah.
And that's just a really enjoyable day out to.
It's
if you wanna learn
wonderful.
something
I
about
can't wait to
gardening.
have you out. I can't wait to have your team out.
And the advantage to being a spring volunteer is that you put things in the ground and you get to see what you've planted throughout the year. So, so it starts out with a little plant and becomes this beautiful flower.
Yeah.
You can come back.
And there's just a lot of ways just to get involved. If our website's a great place to start
Yes.
because it kind of showcases our whole program. It showcases our opportunities, our mission, and everything. But sponsoring an apprentice always helps us. We have that information on our website because when you sponsor an apprentice, you're actually helping them fund their paychecks and making these opportunities available and being, the sky's the limit with all of these young people. They really have so much potential. And so just kind of meeting them where they are and providing the scaffolding that some people need just to be able to, lift themselves.
I mean, flowers, vegetables, chocolate, arts.
I don't know what else what else do you need?
Yes, I mean, everything is attractive. Like, who doesn't love flowers? Who doesn't eat vegetables? I mean, this is awesome. And in the meantime, you're supporting. That's the key is.
It feeds a lot for us too.
It really does, and we're waitlisted too. We want to be able to help more of the individuals, and so a sponsorship helps us help more of the individuals to participate in this, to grow, both in the garden and personally.
Can you share with us your website again?
Oh, sure. Our website is legacyfarmsvirginia.org. That is our
All spelled out.
Virginia.org.
And all this information, everything you need to know more, from donations, from being part of the 6 weeks for the flowers, get the cards, the chocolate, volunteer, you name it, busy.
And we have our CSA that's going to be coming up soon, so visit our website for that. To sign up.
The
goes quick.
The CSAs tend to get waitlisted too, and so we'll start probably offering those at the beginning of next month.
Yeah.
A good way to get early notification on that is to go ahead and go to our website and sign up for the wait list.
Yeah.
So right now there's a button that says, get on the wait list, and so then you'll be the first to know about it if you think you might.
And we sell out quick. And the holidays are coming, so.
I know. Everything went fast this year.
It did.
Yeah, I know, the whole year just.
Yeah.
It did.
You don't know how much I want to thank you guys for
Oh,
being here
you.
today.
We
I
thank
know
you
are
for
busy
recognizing
too.
us.
And you are my last group for this year, so.
Well, what a wonderful series you've
yeah.
done too. Thank you for supporting us.
Yeah.
And I hope, like businesses, I just want to mention, like maybe, can you share with us how businesses can get involved with you? I mean, we're gonna be doing the volunteer day, but what else also? What businesses can help?
Yeah, anyone can reach out to me at my email and just to kind of brainstorm. We can get really creative with different businesses. If anyone's interested in making like a team building day or some kind of corporate day where they want to give back or just create some team building exercises, the garden is a lot better than a cubicle.
Yes.
Well, and the other thing I want to get about that too is I think it's super important for individuals to come out into community. If you don't know anything about neurodiversity, to come out and work alongside us. We can host an individual on our regular core program days.
Yeah.
And what you'll see when you're working with us all together alongside us is a lot of gifts and talents.
Hard
and
working.
Coming more from consistency, reliability, real deep interest in the work that's being done, and deep interest in supporting one another. You're going to see all these things with neurodivergent folks. So we're also trying to support the community understanding more about inclusion and neurodiversity and the benefits of neurodiversity.
And another thing too, I just feel it's kind of noteworthy to say is that all the programming that we provide at Legacy Farms works on all the different profiles. So we really pride ourselves on preparing the environment, being organized, and really learning about yourself. So I just want to mention too is that we start in the garden and we do a morning meeting and then we do a mindfulness exercise. And it's not even overly complicated. It's literally just integrating into your space. Everyone would benefit from that. And just breathing and just kind of noticing your body. And then you kind of just reconnect with yourself. And then you provide such a better opportunity for your day, your time on task, your initiation. You're able to stay on task. So all these rules apply to everybody. It's not just limited to someone that might be neurodivergent. All these rules apply. So we really think that slowing down and just kind of learning about yourself, learning about your body and what it actually needs to be successful, because I feel like we're all a little neurodivergent. And there's no two brains that are the same. That they've proven. So just recognizing that and just seeing everyone as a unique member of our community is really what, that kind of social change, I think of it. I don't see our apprentices as any different than anyone else in the world. So
Thank you very, very much. Well said, and thank you for being here again.
And we appreciate you so much. Thank you very, very
Looking
much.
forward to planning some.
I know, I can't
Yes.
wait. I can't wait to have you all
We'll be
out.
there in April.
Sounds great.
Thank you.